the Sloppy Lab. We've got an NKFL match right now against Szczursio. I think I hope I pronounced that right. The little rat friend, I suppose. It's going to be interesting. They've got some very cool decks. Actually, I was watching a match of theirs not long ago against Zoc from Dataforge Stream. And yeah, their decks seem really strong. They can definitely high roll. So I have to be a little bit of cognizant of that. And hope that I don't get blasted with some of these. I don't think I can really ban every single high roll. There's like high roll potential in each of these decks. So yeah, it's tricky. It's like, do you ban the most worrisome high roll, or do you ban the most worrisome, like I don't know, average roll for the decks? Tricky, right? Hey Murph, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the well wishes. We'll see how this goes. And actually, in Zoc's match against his opponent, I think they banned Looter. Not even WoW decks. I know there are high rolls that exist outside of WoW. It's amazing. But yeah, this deck is ban worthy and jumped out at me too. It's got a lot of things I don't want to see, and like triple Dust Pixie, double Hunting Witch. Oh mama, key charge. That is problematic. That jumped out at me. I don't think they're gonna safe it though. Maybe they will be super heads up play. Their safe in that match was actually Adrian, which I wasn't really thinking about safing. I was between these first two, either Uther or Adrian, I guess. Uther has this double Gravitron action going on, which is kind of spicy. I might risk leaving Adrian and seeing if I can scare that Dav away. Dav with 10 mutants because of some borrows and artifact control. But could be problematic. We'll see. But I really don't know if I have much to do about double Ultra Gravitron if it comes super early. And, you know, we've got double Bonithing Safe House as well. Oof, big oof. So I'm going to take Uther off the table. I think probably my ban number one. Also worth noting too that they have exactly one deck with any artifact control. So we'll be on the lookout for that. I don't think this is going to warrant a ban, but be cognizant of where it lands in their game selection. But anyway, so we're going to ban Uther here. Uther, Zamku. I'll have to get help from pronunciation. Yeah, much to do about Gravitron. This will be a Gravitron heavy match. Could be. Well, Gravitron for Gravitron. I banned their double grav. They banned my only grav. So we're just like that, down from what, 8 copies of the card if you split up the Gigantics. Down to just 2. So, okay, interesting. So now we can take Uther off the table from the opposition research play. Okay, so I also worry less about this Tachyon Pulse now with their ban. So we're now worrying kind of about some of their rush and board control. I don't think they have a great story on board control. Yeah, Coward's End, maybe one wipe here or there. Their Adrian, which may get the safe, doesn't have a wipe at all, just some spot removal. So interesting. I'm actually gonna safe, I think, Lorien. I feel good about Lorien in this matchup. It has lots of good matchups. Some of their rush is gonna be tricky, right? So they've got this Martian Generosity Key Abduction. Martian Generosity? Or no, just Key Abduction. No Jenka, just Brig. Okay, Brig, Key Abduction with Helper Bot. So could be kind of spicy, but this one can high roll, make Amber really quickly. So can Looter. Ugh. So there's 2 questionable matchups then, but they're better decks, I suppose. I don't think they're gonna play Director. So maybe that one's more of a 50-50. Ooh, tricky. I think Brickblade's in a similar vein. let's see, how much archiving do they have? Looter has some double Sloppy Lab Work, double Ganymede Archivist, so I could potentially set up a really nice Untamed turn. But that might be good. What do they have for auto encoders left? Do we have any auto encoders? We have one in Director. One in Director. That's okay. I think I'm actually feeling better about Brickblade then. Yeah, let's give Brickblade the safe. Okay, and they safe Adrian, which was their safe before. So I could actually safe. I could actually ban this autoencoder just to really clear the way. Ugh. I don't know if I'm that concerned about the deck or the matchup with Brickblade. Has a Gateway, Smite, Positron Bolt, Maleficorn, Double Doom. 18 creatures, so some bodies. Doesn't make Amber terribly quickly if it's not reaping. Double Mutagenic Serum with 10 mutants, though. So interesting. It's a cool deck. Some good stuff. Mass Mutation. Yeah. Yeah, this deck really, really popped off in their match with Zoc. Yeah, MM value. Luther seems good too. I'm kind of between Luther or Jovish. Maybe AOA. Give this AOA some respect. Yeah, let's take this this Brig off the table, because what am I saying to Brig anymore? Brig's kind of scary for me. Brig's kind of scary. All right, I think I've talked myself into it. Gotta fear the AOA. So if someone brings like a low 70s AOA deck to NKFL, you know they're in good company, and you should be fearful. Be fearful of that deck. Okay, cool. And they banned Lorian, so it was kind of my second thought for a save. So I can't really fault them for that. Heads up play. So that's cool. So I'm gonna be a little bit cagey with my artifact control with Dav lurking. So I'm probably not gonna lead with Westfall or Combo Grieve. And let's get Brickblade out in front. Let's get Brickblade out in front. And they may just be thinking that they don't want to be in a corner with two Borrows lurking and then run their Dav deck. So let's see. They picked for deck 1 Uter. No, that's a ban. We're waiting. We're waiting. Okay. Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah. Hey, Data Fort Stream, welcome as well. I was just commenting on how I was taking notes during your match with Szczursio. Szczursio? Yeah, gonna need some pointers on that too. And I don't know if I can handle a high roll on that Brig like they were bringing out there. So gonna give it some love there, though I was really tempted to ban Luther. I felt like, man, there's definitely a world where I don't forge many keys against that deck, but I hope that we don't see any of the shuffles from that world. I hope we don't. Okay, so we've got our matchup for game number 1. It's going to be Brickblade versus their safe deck, I suppose. Yeah, Adrian. So I think that was actually their Dav deck, right? Womp, womp, womp. Bummer. So I guess they didn't want to get their Dav backed into a corner, kind of like what we were saying with the Borrows. The Borrows to be played. So not too shabby. This will be interesting. Excuse me. Brickblade here. So an early Dav from them could be really tricky. And if not, and I get to come out very fast with some dudes, they may have trouble containing my board, but we will see. We will see. All right, game time. Game time. All right, this is their game, I'm assuming. Yeah. Let's throw the brick. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, Data Forge stream asking not tonight if the Polish Nationals are this weekend. Yes, indeed. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. All right, hi. Good luck. Have fun. See how this goes. Adrian versus Brickblade. We're going to be going first. Interesting. So we've got Gray, Kirby, Dongle. The Nature's Call is very yummy. I think we keep this one. Let's hope so. And my opponent's saying, may one of us go to Diamond. I think, yeah, our group is super tight. We are, I think, like pretty much everybody is still kind of in contention for every possible outcome, which is kind of fun. Wow, look at this hand. So if they don't kill this Gray, we're going to be feeling really, really good. We've now got Kirby, a Punk, a Nature's Call, and so we're going to get 2 plays out of this Kirby. We're going to bounce their dudes and blow them out of their hand. Seems really yummy. All right, Starlines it is. We are not taking our archives. Kirby comes down. So let's send back the Kirby, the Droid, and the Garcia. We're going to replay the Kirby. We're going to put Gray with his cloaking dongle, play the Punk. Cool. And let's just double check on what we hit. So we hit both pieces of Gravitron. Very nice. Mindfire. The Lay of the Land. Some good stuff. I'll dig it. I dig it. Kirby comes down, plays the Auto Legionary. Kirby number 3 comes down, plays a tribute on the Gray. We're not going to continue with that. Reap again, and tuck an Untamed Duder in the archives. Seems good. Yeah, this is that fabled 25F Brickblade fudge. 25F. Okay, so we had a nice start, but we also rolled them right into their Dav, and they implode away our Gray, play Maleficorn with, wow, double damage, capture and draw. Very nice. Oof. Okay, so they're going nuts over there too. Really spicy. Yeah, all 25 showed up in the opening hand. And they've infernused away my Tribute and Nature's Call. Oog. That's gross. That's really gross. Okay. And now what to do? So we have a couple possible turns. In Saurian, we can turn our Centurion, or play our Centurion, turn the Legionary into a creature. We could Axiom and blow up their dudes, save for Maleficorn. We can take the same turn in neither are great. Yeah, let's go Starlines here. See if we'll draw into some more Saurian. So first we reap. Do we hold the Axiom? Probably should. hold the Axiom here. Okay, so then we have Val Kirkar Garcia as our draws. So we're seeing all the Star Alliance. How many have we seen? 4 in the discard, 3 more, so that's 7, 10. 10 of our Star Alliance cards already. And they're into Star Alliance. Kirby comes down, allowing them to play something else. Let's see what they play. Plays Quixo, damages my Kirby, finishes off the Kirby with a particle sweep. Cool. Okay, so now we get our turn here. So again, a couple options. We can go into Star Alliance. We can send Chan into the Maleficorn to play Val. Ugh. Or go into Saurian. Play the Axiom now. Still have a lot of Saurian coming. Tempted to go Star Alliance here, very tempted. I think it's Saurian though. Okay, so now we'll Axiom. Smash that one. Use this on the left. Okay, end the turn. So they make the first key. Solid. Go into Logos, play a Dimobot, QMX, Opposition Research, Titan Engineer. Okay, nice. Destroyed still one on the Engineer. How many more damage pips are coming? Let's take a quick look at Adrian. So Hystercog, Mindfire, and Furnace. Mostly done? Interesting. And now we have to finish off one of our dudes if we want to center Val. Okay. No on the archives. Right, no fights, or no reaps, sorry. Okay. No reaps. Opposition Research got me there. Doesn't change my turn, or doesn't change my house call, I think, but now I'm just thinking this through. So can fight in the QMX, puts it back in hand, which is okay. Do I want to try and get the Rustnar down protected? I don't know if we're going to get a chance to fight it there. Yeah. Okay, so let's trade with this bot. Give them a steal. Play down Val. Gonna protect her. Chan fights the Q-Mix, and then we fight down Ivan here. And let's play out this Rusnar. It's going to be a big target. But I don't mind big targets. Yes, in archive I have a couple of Deepwood Druid and Maleficorn. Yeah. Ooh, Mindfire hits my Imperium. It's a solid hit, solid hit. And that's the one with their, no, not the one with the damage pip. Okay. Double Doom sends back Val. Makes sense, very sensible. Will they play a small dude? That would be really nice of them if they did. Dark Minion, interesting. Really? Playing a Dark Minion like that gives man ideas. Although they're probably going to send it into the Essence scale. If they want to leave it, I wouldn't object too much. So they've got to draw from the minion here. I've still got a boatload of Soaring and Untamed coming. Okay, interesting. There'll be lots of fighting happening for sure. Still coming, I'm sure. Yep, Dark Minion goes in the Essence scale. Okay. To use Maleficorn, which fights Kirkar. Interesting. What subscribe button is that? I don't know. Funny. Again, options. Again, options. These guys can come down. Heal up my dudes. I also have the option to throw the Scudam on Thero here and fight it away. I don't think they have a way with Double Doom gone to bounce things immediately, right? Let's see what else we've got here. Only one Double Doom. They have an Implosion. Yeah, no other bounce. So I would like to get that on there. And see if they're deterred enough to leave it until I get my tribute. That would be awfully nice of them. Awfully nice of them. Tribute incoming. Tribute incoming. There's a case to be made for letting this Thero go and putting the Scudam on the other, just so that I have more of a chance of that tribute showing up before they kill it. So there's a case to be made for that too. Amber Tracker, cool. So that's that. And Crewman Jorg. And Anthony. Interesting. So we got Val. What are the chances we're gonna center this Val? Do we just unload some Untamed? Play the Punk. Get a little more Untamed. don't hate that idea. I don't hate that idea. All right, let's take the archives here. Bramble links will come in ready if we reboot the Rustnar. So let's do that. We're going to heal up this Rustnar. Play a ready Bramble links. That can make it decide its fate once we're done punking. Rustnar number 2, like that. We'll reap. Okay. Cool. So we have lots of capture in hand with this tribute and city state. They're an untamed, or back into Starlines. They'll get a steal. Let's see what we cycled them back into. Got rid of, and it's coming, particle sweep. Entropic swirl. And we also got rid of this Hystercog, which I don't mind seeing go. Don't mind seeing those heavy damage pips go. Okay, taking some damage from Malfin. They do have one card in archives too. Interesting. Do I remember what? Do I know what that was? That's the yes. That's the 1-power draw creature that's escaping my name right now. Cumex. Cumex in archives. Cool. So they didn't want me fighting with those Rustnars. Very sensible. Very sensible. All right. Reaps for 5 seems pretty good. Smash their archives also seems pretty good. We can fight down this Anthony, I guess. Yeah, Rustnar is a witch in this matchup, right? All right, we're gonna push with this untamed board as much as we can. I want 6 on the Tantadlin. I don't mind 6 on the Tantadlin. And I can always heal them up. We have skirmish here. Is it worth a fight to clear some stuff? Yeah. Let's heal there. And then we can heal up this Tantadlin, sticking it on the right because that duder is not needing any heals. If it's got damage, it's dead. All right, back into Dis. What do we see? More damage pips. More damage pips coming. Bunch of upgrades too would have been super flavorful. Yeah, or robots. Smash those robots. Kind of like walls, right? Can get a robot or an upgrade. If Rustnar could smash a robot. Double Doom. Returns Molfin and discards it. Seems pretty common, right? Like discards the thing that you brought back. I feel like it happens more often than it ought to. Oh wow! So they hit my city state. That's moderately sad. That's moderately sad. Maleficorn comes down. This heavily enhanced Maleficorn. Yeah, definitely. We've got a capture, 2 damage, and a draw to resolve. Wow. That is a very cool Maleficorn. And I think... Actually, I'm not sure. Do you get the creature is considered in play while you're resolving the icons. So yeah, I guess it does double up its own damage. Very cool. Very cool. And they're going to get a steal. Steal to let me forge at 6. Maybe? Maybe? Thinking. They didn't forget post pixies, which is the first hurdle, you know? Ooh, and then Infernus comes down. Brutal. Brutal. With damage pips. Taking from their own discard pile. Thin their draws. Nice. Nice. A little bit of deck shaping. Very cool. Wow, and they purge. It's coming. Interesting. I guess they're really banking on seeing that card this time through. Okay, that's rough. We can take them off check here with a tribute. They're going to get it back with interest. It may be worth to delay a turn. 2 untamed left in the draw pile. Just the 1 punk. Lots of Starlines. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'd like to do it. Play this one. Let's tribute on to the links. And yeah, let's do it again over here. Okay, that's a thing. Maybe this could be a thing. All right, into Star Alliance for them. Researcher comes down with subject Kirby, drawing them a card. Jorg steals. Yeah, interesting to place the Researcher on that flank. I am definitely hoping to deal with this Maleficorn at some point, if the game has the time for such things, you know. And we do have 3 creatures in addition to Val, so we'll be centering her even if they don't do anything to our board. Awkward. They did, and we'll have to discard a creature if we want to. No, we can still punk with Kirby and then hope to find a Star Alliance creature for Val. 3 left out of 13. 3 left out of 13? 4 left out of 13. I like them odds. Okay, so Val will come down over here. Let's protect her with Kirkar. We've got Kirby's coming. We'd rather save the Chan. Likely dying these 2 untamed duders. And their deck is empty. So they've got this grab in hand. If they play it next turn, though, they won't get any value out of their archiving, but they're getting a new hand anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter. All right, let's protect the Kirby. Let's play the Chan. Let's place upgrade on Kirby. We'll punk here. Okay, we got some stuff. Kirby centers Val again. We're just going to play our hand out anyway. And we're going to use the Val play on this one. It doesn't matter, we'll play everything. Yep. up this one. Light of the Archons will hopefully come there, and then I'll tribute onto it at some point as well. All right. All right, so board reestablished, hopefully. We'll see what we can do with this. And let's see what we discarded. We know what we discarded. The 2 graph pieces. Yep. Mindfire, Opposition, Ivan, Xenobot. Yep. Okay. They are... Ooh, hit my Light of the Archons. That is super sad. That is super sad. Wow. And they're at 8. Our foraging prospects are looking poor. Looking very poor. Yeah. In fact, I would say it's not happening. I don't think I can stop 8 here. I've got 2 captures potentially from Theros Centaurian, and that's about it. 9. Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Well played. Well. Let's see. There, I can come down. You can come down as well. Can slide one over from here to there. Down to 7 is not going to do it. Yeah, good game. Well played. Yeah, they can definitely pop off with that Dav. So no, that was good. I didn't expect it to be so high rolled, so one-sided either. You know, I think it's interesting, right? I think we went into this matchup saying there's a lot of hyper roll potential in their decks. I definitely underestimated the damage pip value and how much work they'd be able to do with those here. But, you know, I think if our first punk or one of our punks hit Dav, I think we would have seen a one-sided matchup the other way. So it was interesting. I think I also have to give a lot of props to them for lining up this matchup, right? I think I was hoping to leave this deck, for them to leave this deck after the first round. Like, we kind of went with Brickblade to try and put them in a position where they were only facing decks with Borrow left, and maybe that was really transparent. You know, like maybe they saw the 2 Borrow decks and felt like they had to get this out quickly. So interesting, but well done for them. And a clean 3-0 in game 1 for the bad guys. Dang. Oof. Big brain play from them to get that deck out there first. So interesting. Okay, so let's take stock and look at what our next matchup looks like. So we still got Looter. I think we banned this one. Yes, we did. So I'm going to take it out of view here. Okay. So 2 left. We've got Looter, Gabrovsky, Director. Interesting. Director with the Dis. Looter. Interesting. Yeah, I'd agree, Zoc. I'd agree to Forge Stream. They are really good at playing or lining up matchups. They're a very strong player in general. I have a lot of respect for, I guess, all of the Polish players. If you sit down against a Polish player, you know you're in for a battle. And they're no exception. Yeah, so Lorien, actually let me exclude some of these. So there's no Zager, no Brickblade any longer, no Lorien. Okay, hiding these ones, see what we have left. So Lord Sword, Combo Greave, and Westfall. Okay, I think Westfall probably has the best chances against Looter. Be a weird match here. They don't have tons of Amber control. So this deck, I'd almost write it off, but the Untamed can just go bananas. There's double Nature's Call, double Ghost Hawk, Mimicry, and Key Charge. Like they could really go nuts here, especially with 23 creatures. Like this could go very wide, make life very difficult. Director, I don't know how Westfall would do here. They have the Infernus, which makes me super sad. Auto encoder. I take a little bit of sting away from auto encoder with my artifact control. Love it when people let me borrow their auto encoders. And Looter, it's probably my best chance with whether Westfall or Combo Greave. Lord Sword matches up decently with any of their non-Looter decks, I think. I don't love the Key Charge. I'd love to be able to sit on building my building up the combo before having to make the first move. Actually, I'm gonna go Westfall. Let's go Westfall. I think it has the best matchups remaining, and keeps them guessing on artifact control going into the last game. So let's see. Yeah, so we got Looter and Westfall. So interesting. Sorry, some background noise. I'm gonna mute myself for a second here too. But gotta get a game up. All right, let's see how this goes. So this will be interesting. They have the potential to blow us kind of out of the water. Ooh, hard to argue with that though. Mushroom Man and Waste Knot. Oofa doofa. Good luck and have fun. So here's the thing with some of the lower SAS decks. Still punch really, really hard along a particular axis, and if you can manage your matchups well, you can be in a really good position. You know, so. Yeah. I find that a lot of these lower SAS decks are problematic, but for sort of like different reasons than you would say for Open Archon. And then there's things like Rector that are just monsters. So, all right, let's throw this Barrister Joya out there and see if it gives them anything to worry about. Wormholes into Smith. Okay, don't hate seeing the Smith go for no value. What a turn. Wormhole, holy moly. So we've wormholed the Smith for a pip, Twin Bolt, Help from Future Self, Time Traveler, Sloppy Lab Work. Alright, Untamed we go. Let's draw into something here with Waste Knot. All right, so we've got a Mookling, and we're gonna raise the tide for free. I like that too. Don't think they're going to be capturing. Yeah, would have really liked to see... So we were really hoping to see the doorstep there. Really hoping to see the doorstep there to punish them when they come back through. But alas. Alas. Okay, so not to be had there, but we can go into Sanctum. Take care of this Archivist. Not taking change there always feels good. And be somewhat mindful of our infighting coming at some point. So small tempo boost from the Mookling that will be unlikely to matter a ton. They just go Brobnar and take us off check. Is that it? They just played... Okay, I missed it. It was actually a Logos turn. So Wormhole into Full Moon. Phase Shift into Bumpsy. Interesting. Interesting. And I don't think they have any artifacts that we particularly care about. We've seen next to no Untamed yet. Slightly unsettling. Okay. Borrow. We'll scoop this Bumpsy. Steal here. No Beard out there. And Coward's End burn the stockpiles in the back of our minds as well. We at least have the doorstep. So they play 2 Loot the Bodies. Ah, for no value. I like it. I like it. That's actually kind of nice. That's actually kind of nice. Have some options here. I think we go shadows. We try and make a key. And then we have doorstep for their next turn as long as they're not key charging, which they may very well. They haven't played any Untamed yet, but I still think it's our best bet. We can also damage the Crump and possibly have an even bigger profit turn. All right, sounds good. All right, let's see. So they're an Untamed. Hunting Witch, Dust Pixie. Dust Pixie. Key charge, makes the key, nice. So 2 keys apiece, very good. The key charge being gone is actually a little bit of a relief. So in Sanctum, we can get to check. Heals both of these for 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just go to check here. Don't think they have a way to forge next turn, and their Amber Control looks like Bumpsy. Crump, burn the stockpile, Life Whip. So we don't go to 7. Crump. Oh, we'll get a fight. Crump gets a fight then. And have they played Burn the Stockpile? They have not played Burn the Stockpile. Crump doesn't get to kill Mad Prophet Gizelhart though, so that's good. Okay, so we're good. At least as good as it's going to get. Okay, there's our infighting. Double Mookling. Cool, so they go into Brobnar. Ah, yeah, so they'll have to double fight Bumpsy and Crump. No, if Crump dies, it does not resolve. So, but they can double fight here to get the... Oh, and Lava Ball works too. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, So they get that. Cool. They're now wondering if they should hold this burn the stockpile or not. Fights Captain No Beard. Oof. So infighting kills off this crump. Their other crump is dead. So normally right now I'd be considering discarding my creatures because they need to fight with the crumps into something. And let's just not blunder into Life Web and we'll be good. Smash those dudes. Life Web is 3 creatures. It's like you're 99.9% sure, but you're like in the moment. Let me double check. Okay, so I think hopefully that's good. We're out of burn the stockpile range. Their key charge is spoken for. I thought it was spoken for. And they can fight off their dude. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Fighting their dude, giving their dude a fight to give me the amber was sloppy. All right. Sloppy last turn. They extend to GG. But yeah, that was a bad last turn. I should have just played out the amber pip and discard the creatures. I gave them a fight to kill their dude with captured amber. Well played. Fool me once. Yeah. So could have been a cleaner game. But I think they were out of answers and we had a few left. But yeah, it could have been a lot cleaner there. So exciting, interesting. They've got us in key differential right now. But I think the game scores are what's going to be what matters. So really interesting for the final outcome of the standings. Cool. So yeah, I was afraid of this deck. I wasn't too sad to see that key charge go for key number two. All right. Looter goes. And then there were 2. All right, and then we're going to exclude Westfall. Westfall had been doing fairly well. It's kind of also been a role-playing deck, and it's had a number of opportunities to show up and play. So it's been pretty solid. I like having more artifact control than not hanging around. Speaking of artifact control, they have quite a few in Director. Autoencoder, Obsidian Forge, Double Serum, Eye of Judgment, Vision Bloom. Oof. We got Gateway, Axiom, Nature's Calls. 2 solid decks. 23 creatures over here, 18 over there. Neither with a ton of amber pips, but both looking to make boards and go ham. I have to watch out for leaving, too many dudes hanging around for those ghost hawks. Even the angry mobs can get out of control. Unfortunately, the board control options in Lord Sword just aren't going to deal with those big dudes. So I think that's out of the question. But I'm not unhappy about playing Cell Warden here. All right. Cell Warden it is. And they went with Director. Very cool. So we didn't get to see this match in this deck show up in Zock's game. I was wondering if they'd bring it out. They did. And we'll get to see how it handles. Yeah. Cell Warden. Cell Warden. Here we go. Cool. Oof. Exciting game. Yeah. I think there may be some bubble decision making happening with this game, so that's gonna be fun. All right. Good luck. Have fun. Okay. No. Not great, but not terrible. So what are we looking for here? I think we send this one back. Would much rather see Anthony and Bo later. Could make do with it, but not great. Better. Man. All right, going for efficiency. There's a good case to be made for not playing the Bruno there, or just playing the Bruno and holding the Kirby. But I think we are just going for it. Let's see if we can get the shielding on our Kirby, stop a couple of their dudes from reaping. They did mulligan as well. So we've got a Snarette and a Lycofiend. Cool. Tempted to just fight off this Lycofiend now before it can get any value. Damage here. Access denied on their dudes, so we're not getting Ghost Hawked next turn. And play out Francis. Cool. So some creature control showing up. Happy to see that. Director has an effervescent principle, Infernus, Bring Low, Snarette, Commandeer, Alice, an Adaptoid for Amber control. Okay, interesting. So we'll see what makes sense to burst. Would obviously love to see their Infernus before playing the Ritual of Tognarth. But if we bait it out, I mean, it's not terrible if they, not terrible if they expose it to get a Ritual. Okay, here come the angry mobs. Smiting my dudes with your mobs. Another angry mob. Okay. As good a turn as any to play out the Ritual. So we lose that one. Snarette and the other mob. Would love to see Infernus get flipped over by one of those mob fights. So back to them into this. Do they have their Infernus here? They play the Picaroon. Plays a Relentless Creeper with a Capture Pip. And I get a key. Cool. So here I have a red alert that wipes their board and nerfs the steal on Lycofiend. That seems pretty good. Followed up by Survey. Okay. I think we take that. Essence Scale or Brabble. Oof. Interesting. Both solid cards. I think I want to keep this Essence Scale around. So nice with my Drekker. You'd love to be able to. Well, I guess now I just have the Infernus coming out. Ooh, and they get to make a very nice Logos board with Adaptoid and Bot Booked In that I won't be able to answer immediately, so that's unfortunate, but here we are. So we'll throw out some things. Capturing on the minion for now. Okay, don't hate seeing the Q-Flux. Q-Flux to take out their forest potentially. We also found a Stirring Grave. So if we don't go Dis immediately, we may connect that with Shoulder Armor. Turns their Adaptoid into a 6. Interesting. Makes it a little trickier. Purges my subject Kirby, huh? What do they have for pips in Logos? Double Serum, Bolt, Eclectic Inquiry. Bolt is gone. Other than that, we haven't seen a ton of their Logos, and they have a Fission Bloom for some really nasty stuff. Ugh. I would rather wait on this, but I think we just gotta get the Adaptoid off the table. Heads up of them to make it not the same as the Booked In. We have other options. We can fight into the Lyco Fiend and then Essence Scale it to steal. We could also Reap. And then they'll not have anything to fight into with the Adaptoid to steal. Also a good option. I don't hate that. Then we get to check and ask them to deal with our check. Yeah. Yeah, so let's take out this Booked In. Steal one here on the Destroyed, and then we're going to toss it right back in our archives. Okay. Okay, so they at least don't have an Adaptoid fight. They go into Logos. We'll probably see the Effervescent Principle. There it is. Very nice. QMX comes down. Mutagenic Serum makes 2. There's the other Mutagenic Serum. Adaptoid Reaps. Nice. Still don't feel like I'm in a terrible rush to unload the shadows here, although I have a lot of shadows coming. A lot of shadows coming. Okay. Let's go for that. We'll take the mutant off the table. No in the archives. Flux away the Adaptoid. Play the Duders. Here we are. Okay, so we have an Infernus too. Interesting. Do we get out in front of their Infernus and take our own Ritual of Tognarth? Tognarth? Tough call. Tough call. The Infernus standoff as you get to the end of the deck. Will we see their Infernus? They may be hoping to shuffle it. Commandeer gets played. Okay. Angry Mob captures. They fight. look at their top 3 with Xenonite. Nice. Yeah. I don't know that I can reshuffle before that. Purges my Brabble. Solid. Yeah, so here's the question, right? It's like, do I let them kill my Infernus, or let them purge my Infernus, or man, we're not drawing more dis. Probably doesn't make sense to hold this. Okay, so they get to they're gonna get to grab my Infernus, but what can you do? You know, what can you do? Let's take my own. Let's get this ritual. I think also an access denied. We're gonna put the Soul Keeper here. And then we're going to use it to reap with the Infernus, I think. Or fight into the Angry Mob. No. Lycophene, Soul Keeper destroys that. Yeah, we'll reap. And who knows, with any luck, we'll be able to get rid of our own Infernus before they both kill ours and and purge too. Hey, I hope there's not a ton of background noise. How's that coming through? We just started bath time over here, apparently. So if you're hearing the background noise, well, my apologies. But yeah, Sanctum turn, they can purge my Infernus as well. Angry Mob can come down, smash my Infernus, and then Eye of Judgment takes it out. Yeah, so chat's way ahead of me. A couple of shrieks, all good. Yeah, those are the Russell Sprouts shrieking in the background. Yep. Still a decent amount of shadows. Holy moly. I've got 5 in hand, 5 more in drive. 10 shadows yet to see in this game. Turn 8. We've played 2 shadows. Okay, so they go dis. Maleficorn comes down. A much more tame Maleficorn. Man, I'm going to have nightmares about that last Maleficorn. What a monster. Oh, discards Opportunist. I had plans for that Opportunist. There's an Infernus. Okay. I don't hate that. Let's see what they purge. Stirring Raven Soulkeeper. Okay. Sensible. Waking Nightmare comes down to increase my key cost. Also sensible. Alright, so I have 6 in hand. Going to draw 4. More shadows to come. A red alert to come. Okay. Cool. So we'll go shadows here, play the dice, vandalize them. That's Xenonite, Waking Nightmare, and Munchling. I think I'd rather not see the Xenonite. Munchling's gonna die to my red alert. Waking Nightmare, not so worried about. Reckless Rizzo comes down. Now, I don't have the Opportunist, so I'm not worried about shooting my own dude. We are going to damage something over there. Let's hit that Maleficorn out of spite. Out of spite for that last game, you know. And this is interesting. So we've got the Borrow and Safe House. Still haven't drawn that red alert. Poison Wave will be good too. Yeah, so Angry Mob may have been a better target for the mug there. But okay. Hopefully they're at least worrying about how to deal with our Reckless Rizzo. And we have a question as to what to borrow. What to borrow. Eye of Judgment's interesting. They did just flip their deck, but they could flip their deck more with these Angry Mobs. Obsidian Forge takes away a pretty nasty possible out for them. So, tricky. Vision Bloom. Vision Bloom would be a classy play. It'd be a really classy play. Oof, free markets. Very nice. Angry Mob. Flips some stuff. Gets another Angry Mob. Okay. Going all in on the Angry Mob plan. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. They purge Mind Furnace with the Eye of Judgment. Figured as much. I think we take this Obsidian Forge. Yep, I think so. Star Alliance. Val comes down. Now, do I borrow the Obsidian Forge now? I don't think they're going to use it next turn. So we'll borrow it next turn. We're going to play this safe house. I'll play this Anthony. I'm going to use the lucky dice. Give them a heads up. And let's see, we're going to draw 4, but none of them are creatures. None of them are Star Alliance creatures. And they've got 4. Okay, so I can afford to play this creature over there to keep Val centered next turn. They go Dis. Maybe they will use the Forge now. That'd be pretty spicy if they did. Or maybe they found that Double Doom or Gateway. Gateway would be aggressive. Reaps. And thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Obsidian Forge and then Gateway. That would be something. Gateway's already gone. Double Doom's already gone. Wonder what they're considering. Wow, they go for it. I like it. Very bold. 11. Definitely correct. Well, yeah, they know the red alert's coming. They know what's coming. So this is absolutely correct, and I can't fault them for it. So good on them. Good on them. Let's see what they leave behind. Like an extra steal here. They'll want to redraw the Infernus. Makes sense. Yeah. Do they miscount? No. Only I miscount on these things. Okay, cool. Oofa doofa. And just like that, keys are evened up. Okay. All right, we will go shadows. Now, I have a couple options here again. I'm about to reshuffle, so maybe I will play this red alert here. Yeah, really heads up play by them. So that was awesome. Awesome play. Maybe now I do take the Fission Bloom. Yeah, I like that Fission Bloom now. Seems really yummy. We don't get to steal, but I still think we're tucking the bow. Yeah. Still tucking the bow away. Going to play this Dark Wave. Yep. Meant to use the Vision Bloom before Dark Wave. Silly of me again. Hits their Cronus. Yeah. Oof. Bad sequencing there. Man. Yeah, they definitely didn't want me to borrow the Obsidian, and they knew that the red alert was coming. So it was heads up. I think it was the right play. I think they did what I think they made the right play, even though it was costly. It was the right one, you know. So they paid a high cost that was necessary. Ooh, and there comes the AE. Wonder how long they were holding onto that, waiting for the borrow to go by. Mutagenic Serum gets used here. See if we'll see some fights, perhaps. Get rid of Val and Anthony, maybe? Or Reap? Reap and Action. Seems unlikely. Fights feel likely here. Fights the Val. Very sensible. And a key for me. Okay. It's not a great turn, but I think I go Star Alliance and hit the 4s and 1s here. Other options. Muggathing, Opportunist doesn't seem great. Can't quite kill Adaptoid or Bookden. I guess I could with a fight. Not quite. Okay. Then I do think that's the right play. No in the archives. So this is a Reap. Hit the 1s and 4s and pass. QMX back to the archives. Interesting. Okay. This turn looks good too. We can get a Reap and Steal out of the Drekker. Ooh, shoulder armor too. It's a beefy mob. Very nice. And another angry mob. Wow. The mob party is here. Let's go. Purging their angry mobs now as well. Fun. So in shadows, steal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we go for that. We'd get more value out of the bow next turn. But I think we go to check here and make them have an answer. Yeah. Shadows take the archives. We steal. We archive the bow. Play Rizzo. Opportunist to capture on it. And mug the amber back. Also not sad to see this red alert. 2-2-2 is not great here. Was hoping for more dis, though they are whittling down our dis. So there may not be a ton more to go around. Yeah, we're out of dis creatures, so this is it for enabling the Obsidian Forge on a dis turn. Let's see if they have that Effervescent Principle or Bring Low, Commandeer to do it. Otherwise, we could be in decent shape. They're thinking, looking at the archives. So outs could be Effervescent Principle, the Waking Nightmare, Commandeer, Bring Low. Infernus could do it. Infernus could do it as well. Actually, I've got exactly 2 pips in my discard. Yeah. Not a ton of dis still to come. Like a Fiend, Double Whale. 4 Borrow, 5 Starline. So pretty even split. They go into Sanctum. Okay. There's a Commandeer. Bring Low. Okay. Wow. Reaps. Be awfully nice if you played one more creature, though, you know? They do not oblige. So in shadows or dis, we can steal 2. Dis gets us another card as well. Shadows gets us to 8. Does a little more damage to their dudes. Puts 2 on the mob and armor soaks these ones up. Interesting. Still 1 in Reap. So I think their last big out is Infernus and Effervescent. Shadows gets me to 8. So they have to play Effervescent. Right? Steal 2. Make 4 from Darkwave. And I think we discard Francis. I think that's the play. Fission Bloom. This Dark Wave. Discard Francis. See where that gets us. This is coming together. So Infernus won't do it. No double Amber Pip cards in discard. They really need that Effervescent with both Bring Low and Commandeer gone. Let's see. I'm having to think. Logos. It has to be Logos. Is it in the archives? Plays Effervescent Principle. Discards Bot Bookton. Yeah. Alright, easy disc call, I think. We could just steal 2 and go to 6. No on the archives. Draw a card. Cool. This one comes down. Essence Scale smashes. That reaps here. We get a steal. Blow up Alice. Capture on the... I guess it doesn't matter. They're both dying if one of them is now. Lycofiend. Sure. I guess I could have... do I let these guys both go? Maybe I do. If they had one more amber, I could give them back this one and forge here with obsidian, but I do not. So I guess I leave them and have that be a threat as well. Fingers crossed. I don't, unless I miss something big, I don't think they have anything left here. I've known to be sloppy from time to time. They go Dis. There's got to be the Furnace. There could be the Waking Nightmare. Discards Gateway. Yeah. Okay, Waking Nightmare keeps them alive potentially with the Infernus. Dark Minion. Cool. Plays their Obsidian Forge. Ooh, scary. Double Doom. I discard Old Bruno. Interesting. Somewhat mitigates their Waking Nightmare, but probably not enough to matter. There's the Waking Nightmare. Cool. Yeah, they're fighting well. Fighting really well. Okay, so... yeah. Borrow's back. I think it's gotta be that Obsidian Forge. Just to put the last nail in the coffin. We will steal 2. Actually, let's see. We'll borrow that Obsidian Forge. Key cost of 9. So we're not going to get there. Man, I'm going to forget this Fission Bloom all day. Jeez. Terrible. Ugh. How many times am I going to forget that Fission Bloom? More times. more times. If they give me another opportunity, I will forget it. Yeah, I could have captured the minion first. I think I had the forge there, and I missed it, fumbled it. Shame upon my house. I really hope that doesn't cost on brand. Yeah, I have to make sure I'm just not two's the number. Two's always the number. I have to make sure that not costing too many fantasy points. But we do have to stay true to our brand. So they go Sanctum here. Xenonite comes down. Angry Mob. Smite. Okay. So this is a I don't care about Red Alert anymore. I'm going to show you the cards that I had left sort of thing. But Xenonite gets some value. Val gets purged. Reap. Sacrifice Serum for another Reap. Good game. Good game. Well played. They fought really well. I thought I kind of had it locked up a little bit earlier on, and they made a good play of it. And really well played series overall from them too. They're a really strong player, and have super cool decks. I think of the folks that I played in Gold this season, they're among the better ones for lining up good matchups too. So I felt like they outmaneuvered me for sure in the first pick. Though there are no shortage of very strong players in the group. Yeah, someone that you'll have to face in nationals, not tonight, indeed. Thank you for the games, Szczursio. Fun series. They play Alliance. I'll ask them. So, ask me if they're playing Archon or Alliance this weekend. Archon. Nice. Archon it is. Let them know you were asking. Nice. From their, they're playing the deck they played in the first one, so there's going to be a Dav, Grav Dav deck in there. So, thanks for hanging out in the chat, folks. I'm going to sign off, exchange some final pleasantries with the opponent, but we'll end the stream there. So, thanks all for hanging out, and we'll see you around the Sloppy Lab. Bye.